Hello and welcome to Hospitality Hot Dish, fresh from the oven. I am Kate Conroy, Vice President here at Hospitality Minnesota, which is a member-driven organization dedicated to educating, supporting, and advocating for Minnesota's hospitality industry. What you can expect from the Hot Dish are conversations with restaurants, hotels, resorts, campgrounds, and the allied members who support those businesses in the state of Minnesota. We release a new episode every other Thursday, so be on the lookout for those. Speaking of which, you can find the Hot Dish just about anywhere you can download a podcast. We even put them up on YouTube, so check us out and don't forget to leave a 5-star review so that the algorithm gets us in front of other awesome people just like you. Special shout out to today's sponsor, Terratron Incorporated, which includes Marriott and Westin branded hotels located near the Mall of America, along with several in the very up and coming community of Mankato, Minnesota. With me today is Karen Blacik with KBB Consulting. Karen, say hi and let the audience hear your voice.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, Kate. I'm really looking forward to our discussion today.
Oh, I'm so excited that you could be here. Thank you for being here. All right, we are going to jump right in. Karen, what is your favorite hot dish?
Well, I've been thinking about this. I love tuna noodle casserole. I grew up in Ohio, so I didn't know what hot dish was. I moved to Minnesota 24 years ago, and people talked about this thing called hot dish, and I was like, what the heck? And so I learned it's kind of equivalent to casserole. So the
Yeah.
thing about my tuna hot dish is that I always put in it peas. A lot of people don't do that. And I always put in lots of cheese. And I think that cheese is just isn't it kind of like an ingredient in every hot dish?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I can't think of a hot dish that doesn't have cheese.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's kind of pretty basic. But yeah, love tuna hot dish.
Love that. That is a good one. My mom used to make that for us all the time. And I kid you not, it was not only cheesy, but it was like the American brick of cheese. She would shred it. Oh my gosh. I think back to it fondly, but I don't remember loving it.
It has the illusion of something healthy for you.
I know, right? I know. All right, Karen, in terms of hospitality, what is your why?
Well, I'll tell you, it's interesting. I probably have three ways to answer this question. I love the experience of hospitality, how the industry makes the guest feel, how chefs create amazing dishes that are unique and bring a new food experience to a guest, and how resorts can work with the guests to bring them enhanced experiences they don't know about. So that's one area of my why. I love the fact that it's often at the center of special, memorable events in people's lives, whether it's a wedding or a birthday or anniversary celebration. I believe the hospitality industry is equivalent to putting on a Broadway show every night. It fits with my violin performance experiences in symphony orchestras. It's just an amazing opportunity to wow the guest. And I think so many restaurants really embrace that culture. So those are my whys.
I love that. I am never going to not think of a Broadway show when I go to a restaurant and experience the performance that really is what they're doing every night. That's amazing. I love that. Okay, well, while I'm processing that, we are going to take a quick break. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Karen Blacik with KBB Consulting. What is your favorite Minnesota escape?
Oh, so glad you asked this question. Obviously, not having come from Minnesota, I've had a chance in the 24 years that I've lived here to really explore all areas of the state. And my two favorite areas, they're kind of around the same area, is really the North Shore of Lake Superior, whether it's Grand Marais or Two Harbors or Duluth, and also sort of the northern parts of the state. So it's been terrific. I've been on the Hospitality Minnesota board for the past 2 years and have had the opportunity to spend more time in the northern part of the state attending HM events. I also have a friend who lives near the Boundary Waters, and the lakes and forests up there provide such a great escape from my usual urban existence.
I love that. Yeah, you are not alone. So many people have said the North Shore, the Boundary Waters. It is such a special part of our state. And when you think about the geography of our state, which most people don't because it's kind of boring, I guess, but I love that there's like this wooded area, and then there are the plains, and then there are the bluffs of the river. We've got a lot of different kinds of stuff to look at in the state. But the Northwoods, they're so special, aren't they?
Absolutely. I just love it. It's so peaceful and quiet up there. So,
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about what you do at KBB Consulting?
yeah, so it actually has been a bit of an evolution, if you don't mind me sharing a little bit about my background, to give people an idea kind of where I'm coming from. So in the past, I've worked in several restaurant organizations as a financial leader. Excuse me. I spent 10 years at Famous Dave's as their controller and then head of finance and accounting. And I also did a stint as a VP of finance for an independent restaurant group here in Minneapolis. But I most recently spent 5.5 years at CLA, Clifton Larson Allen, a CPA firm focused on their restaurant practice nationally, growing the number of clients and the geographic footprint of CLA, serving restaurants in the consulting, tax, and audit area. However, recently I've started my own consulting practice, KBB Consulting, which is really focused on helping restaurants and resorts with their unit level economics. So helping them find ways to be more profitable, assessing their back office structures, people, processes, systems, and also helping them with more strategic projects like budgeting, cash flow forecasting, financial reporting, key performance indicators, optimizing their accounting systems, strategic planning, banking relationships, and other things the CFO can help companies with, sort of on a fractional basis, if you will. And I'm also pursuing some board roles now in the retail restaurant industry, which is a way for me to kind of give back to an industry that I love so much.
That's fantastic. I know we love having you on our board, and it is such an amazing way to give back. You're right, because your expertise is just really incredible, and you're very generous with it. I will say that.
Oh, thanks, Kate. I appreciate that.
So, Karen, what keeps you up at night?
Well, you know what keeps me up at night thinking about the industry is I feel that I worry about the sustainability of the industry from a financial standpoint. Obviously, my background is in finance and accounting. It's such a careful balance between managing margins and costs and providing value to the guests. It's more important than ever that restaurants and resorts do an annual budget and also work with their vendors to continuously monitor input costs, watch labor costs, and continue to add profitable top-line revenue streams while possible in their business.
That's a really good point. You're right. There are so many moving parts to every piece of hospitality. It's easy to lose track of just one or two little ones that will add up over time, right?
Well, that's true, because what ends up happening is so many things in the restaurant industry are repetitive based on guest count, based on menu choices. So when you make a mistake or you find an issue with something, it can be replicated daily, weekly, monthly, so many times that it really becomes real dollars at some point.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but I get it. Yeah, you miss one little thing and suddenly you've replicated it over the course of a year, 365 days. So what started as pennies is suddenly quite a lot of money. Wow.
Exactly.
Anything that you'd like to promote? Anything coming up?
Yes, I'm actually going to be on a panel discussion at the upcoming Restaurant Finance Development Conference, or as we affectionately call it, the RFDC. And it's happening in Las Vegas, November 11th to the 13th. And I'm going to be speaking about best practices on four-wall economics. So kind of a bit of an extension, kind of more from the franchisor perspective. Um, and so basically, that's what I'll be speaking on with some others, talking about how to bring technology to understanding financials better. And it's a great national restaurant conference. I've spoken, that's my fourth time speaking. And it's really an event where restaurant companies come together with lenders and investors and also hear about franchise opportunities for potential future investment. So it's thousands of people. It's a really big deal. And I'm so excited to be asked to speak this year again.
That's so cool. Good for you. How can people get in touch with you if they want to take advantage of your expertise?
Yeah, so two ways. One is through my email address, karen.blacik@gmail.com, or my phone, 651-207-7230.
Fantastic. Okay, well, that is the show. One last shout out to our sponsor, Terratron Incorporated, which includes Marriott and Westin branded hotels located near the Mall of America, along with several in Mankato, Minnesota. Thank you to Terratron for the support. Karen Blacik with KBB Consulting, thank you so much for joining me today. And to all of you out there listening, we will see you next time. Bye.